It's like, this is crazy. I didn't have an AI boyfriend, okay? Everyone was using character AI, so I literally used character AI because I thought it was funny. Because there was this one AI that was Michael Jackson selling vacuums. I was like, I had fun with that one because it was so funny to be like, oh, well, do you, like, I wanted to see, okay, so there is this thing, character AI. A lot of people used it because they would go on live streams and they would do like the character AI, and they would literally like talk to Queso's AI. Someone said that I had an AI character, and I think someone did make one on there. But anyway, so I did the Michael Jackson one where he was selling vacuums. And basically what I said was like, I would be like, oh, so do you think your vacuum is better than a Dirt Devil? And he would be like, yeah, my vacuum is better. And then I would argue with him. He would get mad. I would be like, well, I think Dirt Devil is better than your vacuum, and I will not buy your vacuum because it's overpriced. And he would get so angry. He was like, funny. Anyways, yeah, it was just so crazy. People use that all the time for like, you know, a lot of. I did read a BTS fan fiction on Wattpad.
The biggest selling single from the Lose Your Illusion album was the track released in February 1992. A classic song of epic proportions, 8 years in the making. Friends of Axl Rose had heard early versions of November Rain in the days before the band had even been signed. I heard November Rain way before.
I did read one, but then I don't read those anymore because people have an issue with some of them, because I do agree with the issues of why they had issues with them. The one I read was this girl, she was in school with Tay or something, and basically she became friends with Tay and they would text back and forth. I don't know, it was like a... I don't even go on there anymore. Because I did write some stuff on there. I didn't publish it, but yeah, I have stuff on there.
I remember you were practicing it because we were recording in this really nice studio that had a really nice piano. And he was just like preoccupied with playing the song and working on it. You know, it was like if you took your song by Elton John and then added a rock.
This is song. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind when I put it down in the words.
It's not ready.
How wonderful life is
At one point, it
when
ballooned
you're
to
in
25
the
minutes long.
world.
Then they reduced it to 8.
I don't have any
But
exes.
18 minutes was still way too long for
I never dated because, well, my life in my 20s was sad. Like, I did have a sad life. I was with my family 24/7. Even when I turned 18, like, all I did was care for my family. Even, like, I dated a person once, but it was for, like, a day, and I was, like, 10, and he was, like, older. That was the one that essayed me. Yeah, he was older than me, but I said, yeah. Because I wasn't thinking, I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll date you for a day. Well, then he said, and then he never even said, I don't even remember if he said we broke up. I don't even remember him saying that, but I do remember. So yeah, I think he did that because he wanted to. But I was 10 and I was not, my brain was not fully developed, so I was a dummy. Because I had developed faster than other girls, and yeah, so. Well, you may think it's funny, but essay is not funny, so I don't know why you're LOLing, because that's not funny. Considering the fact that I was sexualized when I was younger, that's not funny. And when men approach me, they usually want sex. PG-13 trigger warning, but that's usually what they want. And being in my 20s and having to deal with a father that has bipolar and not going on dates, I don't even know how to talk or to approach men. And especially when I do, like, online has not been the greatest, considering the fact that people say that I don't know what I'm talking about when I do. Because a lot of these men pretended to like me, so that didn't help any. They know what they did. I don't gotta lie about this stuff. I know what it was, I can tell.
The final one is one of the longest one of the longest one of the longest one of the longest short stories. Most of them were based in horror.
Sorry, I had to like mute it. But anyways, like I was saying, like yeah, there's nothing funny because I've been overly sexualized. Hold on.
Together.
I think
for a lot of people was unimaginable.
for a second, but yeah. Like, I was almost like having fun because I've never really went on a date, if that makes sense. I mean, I've talked to people, like, people would say, you don't know, like, they never liked you, they were being friendly. Shit. I remember one time this one guy, right, he was a popular influencer. Anyways, content creator. And I remember one time I was on Discord. I was in my kids' Discord or whatever. And I remember I had left to go film a video. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go film a video. And he's like, let me see your beautiful face. Like, he was like, oh, why did you turn off your camera? I want to see your beautiful face. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go film a video. And that's what I did. No, it wasn't Justin.
It was definitely an adventure. I don't know any band that lived like Guns N' Roses did.
Because I don't think he was like being friendly. I don't think he did anything that he liked me. I mean, I did like him, but I know he didn't do. Like, even though someone tried telling me, like, people tried telling me, they're like, oh, he did this, and this, and the duet he did with you was better than everyone's duet. And I was like, no, I don't think he likes me. But I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about someone else. Because I've been in several Discord servers, and there was one time I was in this Discord server, and I had left to go film a video, and he's like, oh, why did you turn off your camera? He said, I wanted to see you. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go post a TikTok video, I'll be back. And literally, okay, so in the Discord, you can listen to music? No, not him either. No. So anyways, I was in like This is someone before them. Well, no, after Justin, but before the album. Anyways, so what was it? It was something that I did. So like on Discord, you can listen to music with people. And so I was listening to music, and he joined, right? And so I don't know if that was the same person that told me that, but he joined, and he was like talking to me. But I was making a TikTok at that time, so I was in the voice chat thing. But I was gonna play music, but I said no, because if people want to join and talk, then the music will be playing in the background, and people can't hear each other talk. So I said no, I'll just let people talk. And he joined, and he was like, like I heard someone yelling my name, and I said, what? So I joined, I was like, oh, hey, and I was like, I was making a TikTok, and he was like, well, we'll let people join, and then ask them how their day is. And then he confused me with this other girl, and yeah. It was crazy.
It was a perfect storm. All the right elements came together. To a dramatic change in direction with I Was Made for Loving You. This is certainly showing that year after year.
But anyways, yeah, so that happened. He said that, like, I'm not the one, I don't lie, like, I'm being truthfully honest. He said that, he said, I want to see your beautiful face, and I was like, oh, I'm making a TikTok. That's not the only thing, like, okay, you know how in Among Us when you play? So I was standing by myself, and everyone was standing in a group. He comes over and he stands next to me. But he doesn't just stand next to me. He stands in front of me like he's protecting me or something. Like it was really odd. And then like in the game had just started. And he's like, I'm gonna follow Takia around and see if she's the imposter. And I'm like, what? Like, you know, which is so weird. Like it was just so weird. He was like, I'm gonna follow Takia around and see if she's the imposter. And it wasn't even stuff like that. Like I literally said, like, I had a heart degree scar, and someone said, would you date women with scars? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I have a scar from heart surgery. And he's like, you don't know what that does to me. That turns me on. And I was just like, whoa, chill, chill, chill. And everyone was telling me to chill because he literally said that in front of everybody. And I'm like, and then one time, like shaving, someone had mentioned, oh, do you care if a girl shaves her underarms or not, or something like that. And basically, he said he didn't care, and I was like, yeah. Plus, shaving takes too long, and the hours you spend each week shaving, you could literally spend that learning a new language or something. So he looked at my profile picture, right, because he had seen my comment about the whole shaving thing, and he's like, he clicked on my profile and he said, you cute, babe, you cute. And I'm like, babe, I don't know you like that. I just started watching you, like, I don't know you like that. But he said, you cute, babe, you cute. And that wasn't even the only thing. That was not even half of that. Like, oh, I knew I was going to get it. There was one time on Twitter, not Twitter, on Twitch. And this girl had a birthday, and he was like, he said, happy birthday to her, and he goes, I remember all my people's birthdays, and I told him, like, you forgot mine, because he literally did forget my birthday. And then he was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, and then he said, well, and then he went on this long speech, and I mean, like, it was like, he was like, oh, she's so, like, just a whole thing about me. I was like, no. I was like, it's okay. Like, I was just joking. But I knew this girl was going to be jealous and mad that, like, oh, she took my spotlight. Like, oh, she had a boyfriend. But I was like, you have a whole boyfriend that has the same name as him, that is literally a doctor. But you're still being jealous over this guy when you have a whole boyfriend doesn't make sense, right? And a lot of these girls were just jealous for no reason, just because he was nice to me, and it was like, well, I can't help the people like me. I'm just a likable person. And so, anyways, he literally was like, it was crazy. Oh, thank you. So, anyways, there was just stuff that he would do. Like, he did a cover of a song with some people, and he asked us to comment. So I did comment truthfully. He's like a really good singer, anyways. And no, it's not just that. But anyways, so I had commented, and he saw my comment, and then he saw someone else's comment because he took a screenshot. He posted it because we used to be in this Telegram group chat. And then he said, hold on. So what happened was that, so then, like, he commented, he took a screenshot of the comment, because we were in a Telegram group chat, because we can have more people than on Instagram, so that's why we made a Telegram group chat, so that more people could join, because he had a lot of supporters. And so anyways, we joined this, like, group chat, and he had screenshotted my comment, and he said, thank you for the comment, Sophia, and then he said, the rest of you are all slackers. You're slackers. He called them slackers because they didn't leave a comment. I'm like, oh no, here we go. Now they're gonna, sure enough, they started with me when he left. They started like, because I had made a joke about my mom, and basically they said that was insensitive to her, and you could have hurt her feelings. You need to apologize. I was like, she even laughed about it. Like, she was not hurt. And then they called me a stalker because of a comment that I made. I'm like, bro. And then someone had to tell them to stop. Like, literally, someone said, stop. This girl would share her photos and would ask people because she wanted to be like in fashion or something. And they just kicked her out because it's like anyone that is like seems to be getting close to him, which she wasn't getting close, but she was a nice looking girl. She was really pretty, but like, why do you do that to people? Like, why do you like hate on girls because of their looks and is jealous of them? Like, this girl had a whole boyfriend that was a doctor, and she was so jealous. Like, she would start with me all the time, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, I don't do nothing. I just exist.
Finally delivered what it was like to be a tactician, be in that audience, to be experiencing this craziness. I just was completely swept in the mystical, magical world of history. Well, can you think about the things that are happening? What did you say?
But yeah, it's just like so crazy. I already told this story before. And especially the last person, because there are some things that I can't really say that is very personal. And that if I said it, Yeah. Like, the internet would go crazy if I said that. About him on the Discord. If I would have literally said some stuff, yeah, that, like, people would literally, it's crazy.
1974 saw Kiss's label Casablanca bankroll a seemingly never-ending itinerary of American tour dates. But the group's aspiration to be
Is it sad? Well, not really. It's not sad. It's not a bad thing, but it's not like, I don't want to tell you like it's kind of personal. But okay, so there was something I said, and they said something right after, and I was like, I know that they liked me. There was some other stuff too, but I can't. I just can't tell you because, anyways, yeah. So. Well, no, I didn't tell anyone this one because they don't really know. There's only one person that knows, and that's my friend. Otherwise, I've never told anyone this one. Or if I know something else too, but. Oh. It's personal, so.
They realized that combining their ideas would create something greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, everything that happened with my parents, I just kind of like never really focused on dating, even though we did make friends with someone who we used to live that I did like. I think he liked me, but my mom told me that too. She's like, I think he likes you, and I'm like, she goes, he's a nice guy. He's not a bad guy. Like, I would approve. And my dad was like, do you like him? And I said no. But my mom was like, yeah, I think he likes you. I mean, yeah, I think so, but. Like, we would hang out every Tuesday was our days to play pool. We would go downstairs because, like, they had, where we lived, they had, like, a game room, a movie theater, a swimming pool. But the swimming pool wasn't open yet until after he left because they were fixing it. And he would come every Tuesday because he worked Saturday and labs anyways. And he would come home Tuesday. I think that's when he did salsa dancing classes too. He was going to salsa dancing classes, and he told me he was like we would hang out every Tuesday and play pool. Like, that was our day to play pool, but we played pool like practically every day. I'd just be down there waiting for him to play pool, but he was like so busy that sometimes he couldn't play. And so one time I was like, because I would always ask him, I would be like, oh, how was your salsa dancing class today? And he would be like, oh, it was good. And I guess they did at the Natural History Museum, like the Hispanic Cultural Museum. You can donate whatever you can to the instructor, and you can learn salsa dancing. So I remember one time it was asked him, I said, oh, how was your salsa dancing class? He was like, it was good. He was like, you should come. He was like, you can donate whatever you can to the instructor. And he was like, you should come. And I was like, oh, I was like, I might. So like, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. Yeah, he invited me. I was just like, oh. It was just some other stuff too. It was just like, he talked to me a lot. When he would come home, he had another friend. I think he kind of liked him more. But that's okay. She ended up getting married to someone else. No, she was, and of course she had blonde hair. You can compete, but you can't compare, sadly. Because I remember, I was so excited, right? Because we went to go see Selma, that movie Selma, in the theaters. And it was me, my brother, and him were going to go. So I thought, I invited him. So I was like, oh, well, I don't remember if he said, you want to go see Selma? And I was like, sure. I don't really remember who, but I was like, oh, it's like a date, like, you know, I might have like a date, you know, cute, whatever. That's what I thought, right? So he invited his friend to come with us, and I'm like, and she paid for the tickets because I wanted to pay, and they were like, no, she got it and she paid for it. I'm like, I was slightly jealous a little bit, okay. Like I was like, so then we got popcorn. He snuck in watermelon, so we were eating like watermelon when we were watching the movie. But yeah.
That song on that record saved the band and saved the label. Rock and Roll Night became her anthem.
And it's so like depressing, I think. Like that's so sad. It was just some other stuff too. Because I had a dream about that person before I met them, which is really weird. At the place we were at, mind you, and this actual incident happened, like the dream actually happened in real life. Because I remember, and it intertwined with the scene from the movie, you know, Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, when she tells Wolf, like Mr. Wolf, Stu Wolf, or what's his name? Nat Wolf, or whatever the guy's name is. She was like, you're a drunk. She said, Mr. Wolf, you're a drunk. I can't have a conversation with you. And I remember one night I stayed up all night because I was like waiting for him to show up. It's like it was our day to play pool. He never showed up. And in the dream where he's going up the elevator, right? And this place had like this thing in the back that like lights up, and it was like LED lighted things. The place that we stayed at had something exactly like that with LED lighting and stuff. And he was going up the elevator with some girl, and I was like, I waited for you all day to hang out with you so we could play pool, and you come back with this girl. And I was like mad at him, and I was like, I can't have a conversation with you, you're drunk. Because he was drunk. And I was like, maybe I said that because I was remembering Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. And so anyways, I had that dream and I was like, it makes no sense. I've had dreams about people that I've met and things that have actually happened. So I had a dream about that, and then it actually happened. I stayed up all night, I was waiting, and he comes in drunk, but I didn't say anything to him because I was like, you know what? I waited all night. He didn't even say anything. He just went straight into his room, and I was like, I was so sad, man. I cried. I did. I was like, oh, well, I guess he doesn't care. Like, he didn't even talk to me or say anything or acknowledge me, whatever. I felt bad. I know. He wrote me this whole paragraph. Because I remember one time I said, oh, because he's from, like, another country. And so I remember one time, like Germany, and I remember one time, because we used to write on Messenger, and I had messaged him and I told him, we were talking back and forth, and one time he messaged me back and he was like, oh, I'm making breakfast. And I was like, what are you cooking me for breakfast? Like, kind of like joking. And I said, I don't know, he didn't respond right away or something, and I thought he was mad because, like, he wasn't really responding. It seemed like he was mad, so I said, oh, I'm sorry if I made you mad, whatever, and he goes, oh, no, I'm not mad at you. Then, I guess, you know when Facebook notifies you that it's someone's birthday? It notified him that it was my birthday, and he wrote this gigantic paragraph saying, literally, basically this whole paragraph like, oh, Facebook told me it's your birthday and this whole paragraph to me for my birthday, and I was like, that's crazy. And then he's the one that suggested a couple's costume for like Halloween, because I was like talking about Halloween, and then he said, well, maybe we should dress up in a couple's costume for Halloween. And I was like,
they made the process simple, and since I didn't have to repeat work I'd already done, I earned my point faster.
I'm not lying, like, he's the one who suggested it. I was like, okay, so, because I said I love Halloween, and I love dressing up for Halloween, and it was coming up, and then I said, he was like, we should dress up in a couple's costume, and I was like, oh, he was gonna come, yeah,
I thought it was perfect.
but nothing ever went anywhere, because, as always, I think they just pretend, which is so rude. Like, why pretend to like someone?
We learned the uncontrollable movements are called tardive dyskinesia, or TD, and were
Guys,
caused by mom's mental health
I never
medications.
get them.
Mom was prescribed Austedo.
I never understand what's going on in their
for
brain.
adults. Austedo XR can significantly reduce TD movements, with some seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And mom can stay on her mental health
But
medications.
yeah, anyways, he literally, no, I don't have a boyfriend. So yeah, I don't trust anyone when they get like really close and they start doing things like they like me. It's just like, it hurts because like, why do you do those things if you don't really like someone, right? Like, you do certain things you know that you're doing, and then you say, oh, like, I can't date you, or oh, I don't want to date you, or oh, I don't like you like that. Like,
Ask about Austedo XR.
I just don't understand it. And this is not like towards anyone. That's like someone holding your hand or like doing certain things. And I'm not talking about something recent that happened to me. I'm like saying like, as, like, how do I say it? Hypothetically, like, for instance, if someone did that to you, or they did certain things that made it seem like they liked you, or they wanted to date you, or they were in a relationship with you, of course that would be hurtful. And the last thing I said to him was like, Merry Christmas, I think I said, or I think I said Happy New Year's. He saw my message and he didn't respond, and I'm like, that's kind of rude. Like, I didn't do anything to you. I don't know what it is, but when people get too close, they pull away, and it's just like, why? Why do all of that? Like, why make it seem like you like me? Why put me through all of this, like, you know, and then it's like pull the rug from under me. And then people wonder why women don't date men or why I don't date. Like, I've never been on a date. I've encountered weird, creepy men, and plus, I don't know, like, I don't know, unless I put myself out there, I really don't think I'll ever meet someone. To be honest, I don't think I'll find anybody. That's why I think I'll be alone, because it's like, I don't know, it's just always something.
By the new direction Paul Stanley was planning to take the band's hard rock sound. The late 70s saw a new musical trend sweeping across the globe. Disco was everywhere. Battle lines were drawn as hostile rock fans got behind the disco
Why do you care now? It's over.
But that didn't stop.
It's not that I care because I really don't care, but it's just like a shitty thing to do to someone. To make them think you like them and then be like, psych? And it's not even that. Like, how am I supposed to, like, trust and put myself out there for dating when stuff like this happens? It affects me down the line, because how am I going to trust someone? When someone gets really close to me, it's just like, oh, don't do that. Like, well, I don't say don't do that, but when someone gets close, this, like, thing comes up, like, it's good in the moment, and then it goes downhill, because then they're like, oh, I can't date you, or like, whatever excuse in the book. After they just done what they did, it's just like, why? Why'd you do that? Why'd you make me think you like me when you just get out of here? Go on, get. That's exactly. Actually, that wasn't a decade ago.
I was made for loving you. Desmond Child had been mixing dance beats and rock and roll music in his own band, but when he linked up with Paul Stanley, he thought that that kind of music might work for Kiss. They decided to try to write a song together, and they went to Paul's apartment and crafted this song.
But no, it wasn't 2 decades ago, because that would have been 20 years ago.
Ready to embrace this dramatic shift in musical direction, others in the band were less convinced. Peter and Ace in particular were concerned.
Actually, it kind of was a decade ago. Barely. Just a little over a decade ago. Because a decade is like 10 years, right? But still, it affects you. It affects you in ways like, in dating, like, yeah. Like when men do certain things or say certain things, like, oh, you're lying. Like that one guy, we all know who, that pretends to like me and thinks that I'm gonna fall for it.
I'll be honest, I never liked to take a place with a drummer because I felt like there. But if someone asked me, I wasn't
But before recording the video,
like pretend. Excuse me. I'm not sure. He just pretends to like me. He thinks I'm gonna fall for it, and I'm not. The last time when it I don't know if that was before what happened with my brother. He messaged me and told me I love you. Yeah, he said I love you. I was like, this has to be a prank. I don't think he's joking. Sometimes because I do think he's joking, but so, I'm not gonna say because then he joins. He's like, what, 22? That's not gonna work. He's too young. And plus, I don't like him. I get it if it's a prank, but it was not a prank. Because there was an incident and someone just said, there's someone here that likes you, that wants to join, and then poof, he came on. I said, oh, please don't tell me it is who I think it is. And popped up. And then he asked me one time, he was like, do you hate me? And I said, no, I kind of lied. Because, like, why are you pretending to like me? Like, that's kind of messed up. They would try to do that to somebody else. But then I keep telling myself, like, no, he probably really does like me because it's like, and it wasn't like a joke. I think he really meant it when he said, I love you. I was like, no, that's crazy. And all the girls want him, and I'm like, no. Not because all the girls want him, it's just that, like, no. He's too young. He's like, what, 22? 20-something? He's over 21, I know that. But it's like,
he made songs that fit each song. His songs
were
no. Interchangeable. He gave each song its own identity. He got to do his thing, even though it was just
why would I date him? I feel like he's just pranking me, and it's just a prank, and then it's like one of those things where I'll be like, oh yeah, let's date, and then he's like, psych. Even though I think some instances he is really not joking. But it's just like, he's young. He's like over the age of 21. Like, I think he's 22, I don't know. And I'm 31, so that's a huge age gap, so no. Like, we really don't have anything in common. And I wouldn't date someone that young. I wouldn't mind if they were a lot older, Like if they were a lot older, if the age gap was huge, I don't really care. But if it's younger, no. I mean, if they're like 30 and I'm 31, then maybe. But like not like that young.
And the song reached number 11 on the Billboard chart. But despite the huge commercial
But like if it
success,
was someone that was older than me, then of course I will date someone that's older than me. I mean, we're adults. Some people may not like it, but oh well. It is what it is. If I like someone that's a little older and they like me back, then cool. Otherwise, if it's someone that is younger, no. That's where the line is drawn. Like, I get it. People are going to be like, well, they're over 21. But that still is like, you know.
But it was replaced with fans that liked disco and fans that liked pop. Suddenly, moms and dads are coming to the show.
Because, like, I thought about it, right? I was like, I'll only date someone that is, like, a year younger than me or, like, 3 years older than me. That's it. That's where it topped at. But then, you know, I started thinking about it because I like someone that was a lot older. And then I was like, so then I just, they're talking about Kiss. It's a documentary on Kiss. No, I probably do, but I don't know.
This incredible drummer, he brought a much more straightforward,
I think so.
style.
There's been people that have admitted they liked me. I have like 2 people that admitted they liked me. They're not trolls. One of them was a girl, and I told her, well, I don't like women. I was open and honest, but she really likes me. And there was another person, he owns property, and I like, you know, I don't really know what he looks like. I just know he owns businesses, and it's not all about looks, but I was like, yeah, I don't really like it like that because I don't really know him that well. I haven't hooked up with anyone because I don't do hookups. I don't hook up.
And then in late 1982, unhappy with the forays into disco and ballads, and also battling his own personal demons, Ace Frehley also quit Kiss.
Why is it turning down by itself? It turned down like the button is stuck. Oh, what is it? Like, is that because I never, like, it sucks because this really, and it does really affect your, like, past. And it's not even dating, like, what people do to you in the past, like, especially if you think, oh, someone loves me and then they could be pretending to like you, it does affect you because how do you trust people? Like, it gives you trust issues. You know, I just wish I didn't have to go through this because I don't even know how to have a conversation with a man without it being like, and every time I have a conversation with someone, it's always like, show me your tits. It's like, what the heck? Or like, send me, do you exchange code? Like, no. Or like, I'll have a conversation with someone and they'll be like, so, do you ever think about sex? And it's just like, you literally just like messaged me because you wanted to sleep with me. Like, what is wrong with you? And these are not trolls. These are creepy men that just literally want to sleep with women. And it's just like, what is wrong with you? Like, I get it, right? Like, of course, this is, you know, but it is like, it's so weird. Like, men don't care who they sleep with, so I do think so. just because you think, oh well, no one would like you because they don't care. They sleep with anything that walks. I'm just telling you the truth. Someone messaged me and literally, they didn't message me. They emailed me and told me to show my. I'm like, no, I just like people always say like, well, I loved you. I always liked you, and I was like, okay. Like I don't even know you because you have no profile picture. You have no age in your bio, and you just get deleted. Like it's just, huh? And the people that have admitted it, like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just like friendly because I don't really know you that well. Like, with that one person, he owns businesses, right? But I don't know. People think like, oh, well, won't you date him? He's rich. Like, no, I'm not gonna date someone just for their money because it's not all about money. Even though he has treated me like I can talk to him about a lot of things. He's a nice person, but that doesn't mean I want to date him. Like I don't really know much about him, and I'm not thinking like I am thinking of dating people, but in the sense of like I just think it's a friendly thing. I've never dated at all, ever. My life has been full of trauma. I don't even know what it's like to go on a date, or I don't really know much of anything. I did have my first kiss, but like I said, I did tell you guys that. It was a while back, but I don't count it because it wasn't very good. He was a weed smoker, and yeah, it wasn't a very good one. I mean, hey, I don't count that, so. No, I did. I ain't joking. I mean, then it was nice, I guess, because I kept, yeah, we kept kissing, but that was it. I mean, I'm not a liar. I tell the truth. I just don't like people want to pry in personal business, and it's not their personal business. Like, if I slept with someone, I'm not going to tell you which I have not slept with someone because, yeah, but if I did, it's none of your business. Like, why do you need to know? But yeah. No, I wouldn't tell you. You wouldn't know. Like for all you know, you could be sitting here calling me a virgin and I done something, and I'm not telling you, and I just let you think I've never done it. So, you wouldn't even know. I could lie and say I did it, and then you wouldn't even know. But I wouldn't do that. Of course, and it's my personal business if I've been with someone or not, or if I've done anything with someone or not. It's none of your business. Like, why do you need to know? Of course, I wouldn't say anything. Oh, I'm gonna say, oh, I slept with this dude, and no, you must be crazy if you think I'm gonna tell you that. There's a lot of stuff that I kept to myself that you don't even know. A lot. I don't even know if I told someone that I talked to, if I told her. I just be like, hey, did I ever tell you this? Because, yeah, it's crazy. If I told you this, you guys would literally judge me. Man, you guys would go crazy with that story. Oh, this is a juicy story. You would give up. You would. You would care about this one. There's supposed to be like a meteor shower thing tonight. And you're supposed to be able to see the northern lights. Someone saw the northern lights here. So allegedly this friend, I'm gonna say this friend, and then it's really me, I'm just kidding. So this friend was walking down the street and I'm just kidding. No.
They're embracing this hair metal thing, and they have the most colorful clothes with little fringes and things hanging off them. Although not everyone was convinced by Kiss's new look. They came out looking like Dave Arnold, Olivia Newton-John's coffee, physical. It looked like a movie explode. I'm just, no. This is a term you don't hear very often. You were so much tougher with all that makeup. It was now all down to the music. Would Kiss's sound resonate with the MTV generation? It was direct, it was catchy, it was singable. These are sing-along choruses built for live reading.
Sorry. No, I do have an actual story, but I don't want to tell you because it's personal. And if I tell you, yeah, I'm not going to tell you. I gotta get out because I gotta post the video. I gotta recharge my phone. Because that's the best part. It's like saying, I have the story, but I can't tell you because then people be like, I might need to tell you.
It knocks down the narrative that existed for so long that Kiss was only about makeup and costumes and not real musicians. It brought Kiss into the 80s in their look, in their sound.
He looks exactly like someone that I know.
The Get Up single made the top 20 of the mainstream rock airplay chart, and the album of the same name saw Kiss back into the top 30 for the first time in 4 years. The big gamble had paid off. Kiss
Not there, but that one part he did.
Important step to show them going back in the right direction. But with Kiss back on top, there were
No, it was not a wet dream. What the hell? Because if I had a dream, I would tell you. Like, if it's a dream, it's a dream. I'll be like, oh yeah, so I dreamt that, yeah, because that's a dream. But no, this is like something personal that happened, and I don't. Yeah, people are too judgmental. They would. Yeah, like I'm already getting it as it is. I'm not gonna add more on. Like, hello. And this goes for anything anyone does, like OF content, like corn, stuff like that. You know, well, not corn, but like OF content and like people posting like half nudes. I already see how people get treated, and other stuff like the LGBTQ, like just existing, just like even being open and honest and stuff like that. You know, it's just like you already get attacked. So yeah, I don't say anything to anyone. I just keep it to myself because I don't want to open that can of worms. So yeah. No, I'm not talking about watching. I'm saying like girls who post OF content or who post things like that get ridiculed, or like people who exist in the LGBTQ community get ridiculed, or like I'm just talking about stuff like that. That like I don't know where to categorize this whole story, but like in a sense of like it's something that's like, you know, it's like people are judgmental. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with watching porn. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like No, it's not Wattpad stuff. I haven't even been on Wattpad in years. It has nothing to do with Wattpad. Like I already talked about it. I was in a Discord with someone and they were talking about their experiences of having, like fornication. They were talking about that and their experiences, and I had never done anything with anyone. So I didn't have anything to add to the conversation. I remember we had gotten off because this was like on so anyways, we were in the Discord and he says to me and this other girl, he says, you should talk more. And I was like, oh, I didn't talk because I didn't have anything to add because I was like, I'd never done it, so where am I going to talk about my experiences? And like people were talking about their horrible experiences and basically their experiences in general. And I didn't have anything to contribute. I never did anything like that. So what am I going to make up a story? But I just wanted to hang out and like talk with everyone and just listen, like hang out because it just went to that subject. That wasn't the subject, but something got brought up and then, And so then he was like, you should talk more. And I was like, I was truthfully honest. I have told this story a million times. But yeah. I need to go put this in the refrigerator. I'm not gonna eat it now, because, yes, press on nails. These are cute. But yeah, I gotta go post a video and I got stuff I gotta do. So have a good day or night where you guys are. I'll see you guys later. I gotta get off and go post some videos. Thank you for liking, commenting, gifting, watching, and subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys. Well, I said subscribing, but not subscribing. Liking, commenting, gifting, watching, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, guys. I gotta go post some videos and do some stuff, so bye, guys. See you later. And ask him if I had a rose toy. Do you know how messed up that is? I can't even see my dad.